Hi class, today we're going to be going over some examples of questions that you may see on a test. We want to look at these different formats because while you do know all the information necessary to solve these questions, sometimes the formats can throw us off a little bit. So let's practice a few of these together. The first one, as you can see on your packet, says that angle X measures 10 degrees. So our first angle is 10 degrees. Then we need to order the angles by placing the angle with the greatest measure on top. Okay, so here's our choices of angles. But they didn't give us numbers. They said that this angle is going to be supplementary to X. This one's going to be complementary to X. And this one is vertical to X. So we're going to use what we know about these angles, and we're going to solve and figure out which one of these is the greatest. So let's start with the first one. We know that this angle is going to be supplementary to, and I'm going to take the X right there, and I'm going to say to 10, because X is equal to 10 degrees. Supplementary means that some angle plus the other angle is going to equal 180. We know that our angle X is equal to 10 degrees. So what goes here? Some angle is going to be supplementary to 180. Well, if I solve this equation and minus 10 on both sides, I get the supplementary angle is 170 degrees. Okay, that was easy as long as you remember that supplementary angles add up to 180. Well, now let's do the next one. Draw a line right here. Complementary angles are two angles that add up to 90. They are complementary. Again, our first angle is that 10 degrees, and I need to find out what the complementary angle is. And we solve it the same way. I minus 10 on both sides of the equation, and I am left with the complementary angle is equal to 80 degrees. Awesome. We have the first two angles figured out. Now the last one, vertical angles, are my favorite because what we know about vertical angles is they are equal to each other. So the vertical angle is equal to 10. I didn't have to do any math on that. It's just 10. So if I was told to order them greatest to least, I would go supplementary angle first, complementary angle second, and vertical angle third. Ta-da! We have solved and put them in order from greatest to least. Now the next problem, number 2, is exactly like that. So we're going to pause the video and let you solve number 2. Go! So again, we had to solve for the supplementary, the complementary, and the vertical angles. This time, we knew that one of the angles was always 60 degrees. So for my supplementary angle, I said 60 plus S is equal to 180. And then I solved. My supplementary angle is 120. For my complementary angle, I knew that 60 plus something needs to equal 90. I solved that and got my complementary angle is 30 degrees. My vertical angle is equal to the 60 degrees. There we go. Now if I wanted to put these in order from greatest to least, the greatest number is 120, so I'd pick supplementary first. Then it would be the vertical angle at 60. And last but not least, the complementary angle at 30 degrees. And there we have it. We have ordered them from least to greatest. Another interesting thing that you'll see when dealing with angles is sometimes the question is going to give you too many lines. In this situation, since I'm trying to figure out what x is, all I really need to focus in on is this angle right here. We've got 65 plus x, and we know it needs to equal, now I think it's a 90-degree angle because this one's 90 degrees. And that's true. If this side is 90, and it's on a straight line, the other side would also need to be 90. So I'm going to write that x plus 65, is going to be equal to 90 degrees. Then we would just need to solve to get our correct answer. I'm confident you can do that by yourself. So we're going to leave that one, and we're going to jump ahead to number 8. On number 8, this is neither complementary nor supplementary because these two angles add up to be 165. But we can solve it in the same way. We can take this angle plus this angle and make it equal to 165. So let's do this. The first angle is x plus 7. We need to add that to the second angle, which is x plus 48, and that's going to equal the total angle, which is 165. Now to solve this, we're going to need to first combine like terms. I have x plus x. Remember that there's a hidden 1 in front of those, so I have 1 plus 1 is 2, so I have 2 x's. And 7 plus 48 is 55. So there, my like terms are together. Now I can take care of my second step, which is any addition or subtraction. Aha! Let's minus the 55 on both sides. I get 2x is equal to 110. And I'm ready for my last step, which is to multiply or divide. In this case, multiplication is already happening, so I would divide by 2 on both sides and get 110 divided by 2 is 55. Okay, so the value of x is 55. All right, now I'm going to let you finish problems 1 through 13. And then that will be for today. And then there will be video part 2 starting on number 14 that we will be working on next. All right, good luck.